What if I told you that a 39-year-old Portuguese manager could be the key to unlocking Manchester United's full potential? A tactical genius who transformed an underperforming team into champions in just one season. Ladies and gentlemen, prepare yourselves for the Ruben Amorim revolution that's about to sweep through Old Trafford and send shockwaves across the Premier League. For years, Manchester United has been a sleeping giant, struggling to reclaim its former glory. The club that once dominated English football under Sir Alex Ferguson has become a shadow of its former self, cycling through managers and expensive signings without finding the right formula for success. But now, a new hope emerges from Portugal. Ruben Amorim, the young managerial prodigy who led Sporting CP to their first league title in 19 years, is set to take the reins at Old Trafford. His appointment marks a bold new direction for the Red Devils, one that could finally see them return to the pinnacle of English and European football. Amorim's journey from player to manager has been nothing short of meteoric. In just a few short years, he's gone from coaching in the lower leagues to winning multiple titles with one of Portugal's biggest clubs. But can he replicate that success in the pressure cooker of the Premier League? To understand the excitement surrounding Amorim's appointment, we need to look at the environment he's stepping into. Manchester United, once the most feared team in England, has become a club in constant transition. The ghosts of Sir Alex Ferguson's era still linger, casting long shadows over each new manager who attempts to fill his shoes. The fans, growing increasingly frustrated with lackluster performances and unfulfilled promises, have been yearning for a return to the attacking, exciting football that was once synonymous with the United brand. They've watched as their crosstown rivals, Manchester City, have dominated the league with their slick, possession-based style. Meanwhile, Liverpool's resurgence under Jurgen Klopp has only added salt to United's wounds. The rivalry between these two giants of English football has always been intense, but seeing Liverpool lift the Premier League trophy while United struggle to secure Champions League qualification has been a bitter pill to swallow for the Old Trafford faithful. Adding to the pressure is the club's recent history of big-name signings failing to live up to expectations. From Angel Di Maria and Paul Pogba, United has spent huge sums on players who, for various reasons, couldn't replicate their best form in the red shirt. This has led to questions about the club's recruitment strategy and ability to nurture talent. But perhaps the most significant challenge facing Amorim is the weight of expectation. Manchester United isn't just any club, it's an institution, a global brand with millions of fans around the world. Every decision, every result is scrutinized under the harshest of spotlights. The pressure to deliver immediate success is immense, and it's a pressure that has broken many talented managers before him. Yet, it's into this cauldron of expectation and scrutiny that Ruben Amorim steps. Armed with his tactical acumen, his faith in youth, and his proven ability to transform underperforming teams into champions. The stage is set for what could be one of the most fascinating chapters in Manchester United's storied history. So, what exactly is it about Ruben Amorim that has the football world buzzing with excitement? Let's break it down. First and foremost, there's his tactical philosophy. Amorim is a firm believer in the 3-4-3 formation, a system that has brought him tremendous success at Sporting CP. Don't be fooled into thinking this is just another rigid tactical setup. In Amorim's hands, the 3-4-3 becomes a fluid, dynamic beast that can adapt to any situation on the pitch. Picture this: Manchester United lining up with three centre-backs, providing a solid defensive foundation. But these aren't your typical stay-at-home defenders. Under Amorim's guidance, they're encouraged to step forward, play penetrating passes into the midfield. It's a high-risk, high-reward strategy that keeps opponents guessing and fans on the edge of their seats. Then there are the wing-backs, pushed high and wide, stretching the play and creating space for the attacking players. In Amorim's system, these aren't just defenders who occasionally venture forward. They're key components of the attacking setup, expected to contribute goals and assists regularly. But the real magic happens in the midfield. Amorim's two central midfielders are the engine room of the team, tasked with controlling the tempo of the game, breaking up opposition attacks, and launching lightning-fast counterattacks. Up front, the three-man attack provides a constant threat. Mobile, interchanging, and always looking to press the opposition, they embody Amorim's aggressive, front-foot approach to the game. But Amorim's tactical nous is just one piece of the puzzle. Perhaps even more important is his ability to nurture young talent. At Sporting CP, he's shown a remarkable knack for integrating academy graduates into the first team, giving them the confidence and platform to showcase their abilities. This emphasis on youth development aligns perfectly with Manchester United's traditions. The club that gave us the Busby Babes and the class of '92 has always prided itself on its ability to produce homegrown talent. Under Amorim, we could see a new generation of United stars emerge from the academy ranks. But it's not just about giving young players a chance. Amorim has a proven track record of improving player performance across the board. At Sporting CP, he's taken players who were considered average and turned them into sought-after stars. Imagine what he could do with the wealth of talent already at his disposal at Old Trafford. One of the most exciting aspects of Amorim's appointment is his high-pressing, aggressive playing style. This is a significant departure from the more conservative approaches employed by recent United managers. Under Amorim, expect to see a United team that hunts in packs, that pressures high up the pitch, that seeks to win the ball back as quickly as possible. This style of play requires incredible fitness levels and tactical discipline. When executed correctly, it can be devastating. It's a style that could bring the best out of players like Bruno Fernandes and Alejandro Garnacho, who thrive in fast-paced, attacking football. Speaking of Fernandes and Garnacho, let's take a moment to consider how they might fare under Amorim's guidance. Fernandes, with his vision, passing range and goal-scoring ability, could become the fulcrum of Amorim's midfield. Given more freedom to roam and create, we could see him return the type of numbers when he first arrived in England. Garnacho, meanwhile, could benefit enormously from Amorim's attacking philosophy. His pace and direct running style make him ideally suited to the high-intensity pressing game that Amorim favours. We could see Garnacho not just scoring goals, but becoming a more complete forward, contributing to the team's overall play in ways we haven't seen before. But perhaps one of Amorim's most valuable qualities is his ability to instill a winning mentality. At Sporting CP, he took a team that had gone nearly 2 decades without a league title and turned them into champions in just 1 season. He achieved this not just through tactical innovation, but by creating a sense of belief and unity within the squad. This ability to foster team cohesion could be crucial at Manchester United. In recent years, the club has often seemed disjointed, with individual talents failing to gel into a cohesive unit. Amorim's track record suggests he could be the man to change that, to create a United team that's greater than the sum of its parts. Of course, the Premier League presents unique challenges. It's a more physically demanding league than the Portuguese Primeira Liga, with a grueling schedule and no winter break. The level of competition is higher, with several teams capable of challenging for the title each season. But Amorim's experience in European competitions stands him in good stead. He's shown he can adapt his tactics to different opponents and situations, a skill that will be crucial in navigating the varied challenges of the Premier League. So, what can we expect in the immediate aftermath of Amorim's appointment? Well, the first thing to watch out for is how quickly he can implement his tactical system. The 3-4-3 formation is quite different from what United have been playing in recent years, and it may take time for the players to adapt. But Amorim has shown at Sporting CP that he can get his ideas across quickly. Don't be surprised if we see a noticeable change in United's playing style from the very first match of the season. The high press, the aggressive attacking play, fluid movement, these could all become hallmarks of the new look Manchester United. Another immediate impact could be on the club's transfer strategy. Amorim will likely want to bring in players who fit his system, particularly in key positions like wing-back and central midfield. Keep an eye out for transfer rumours linking United with players who have thrived in similar systems elsewhere. But it's not just about new signings. Amorim's arrival could breathe new life into some of United's existing players. Squad members who have struggled for game time or form under previous managers might find themselves reinvigorated by Amorim's fresh approach. The reaction from the fans will be fascinating to watch. After years of disappointment, there's likely to be a mixture of excitement and cautious optimism. If Amorim can get United playing attractive, attacking football from the outset, he could quickly win over the Old Trafford crowd. Of course, not everything will be smooth sailing. There will inevitably be teething problems as the team adjusts to the new system. Early results might be inconsistent as players learn their new roles and responsibilities. Patience will be key, both from the fans and from the club's hierarchy. One potential challenge could be how some of the more established players react to Amorim's methods. His high-intensity training sessions and demanding tactical approach might not sit well with everyone. There could be some resistance, some players who struggle to adapt. But if Amorim's track record is anything to go by, he'll handle these challenges with a calm authority. He's shown at Sporting CP that he's not afraid to make tough decisions, to drop big names if they don't fit his system. This could lead to some difficult conversations in the early days of his tenure. The media reaction will be intense. Every decision, every result will be analysed and dissected. Amorim will need to navigate the notoriously challenging English media landscape, dealing with constant scrutiny and pressure. His performances in press conferences and interviews will be closely watched. But perhaps the most immediate and noticeable change will be in the atmosphere at Old Trafford. Amorim's attacking philosophy and emphasis on youth development could bring a new energy to the stadium. The prospect of seeing exciting, homegrown talents playing fearless, attacking football could reignite the passion of the United faithful. Looking beyond the immediate impact, what could Amorim's appointment mean for Manchester United in the long term? Well, if he's successful, we could be witnessing the dawn of a new era at Old Trafford. If he can successfully integrate academy graduates into the first team, it could transform United's recruitment strategy. Instead of relying on expensive signings, the club could focus on nurturing its own talent, creating a sustainable model for long-term success. This approach could also help to reconnect the club with its fan base. There's nothing United fans love more than seeing one of their own succeed in the first team. If Amorim can produce a new generation of homegrown stars, it could help to restore the sense of identity that some feel has been lost in recent years. From a tactical perspective, Amorim's influence could extend far beyond Manchester United. If his 3-4-3 system proves successful in the Premier League, we could see other teams start to adopt similar approaches. Amorim could become a trendsetter, shaping the tactical landscape of English football. But perhaps the most exciting long-term prospect is the potential return of Manchester United as a dominant force in English and European football. If Amorim can replicate the success he had at Sporting CP, we could see United challenging for the Premier League title and making deep runs in the Champions League. This would have huge implications for the balance of power in English football. The Manchester City-Liverpool duopoly that has dominated in recent years could be broken. We could see the return of the fierce United-Liverpool rivalry at the very top of the table. From a broader perspective, a resurgent Manchester United would be good for the Premier League as a whole. The increased competition at the top of the table would make for a more exciting, unpredictable league, potentially increasing its global appeal even further. Of course, all of this is dependent on Amorim being successful. The Premier League is a notoriously difficult league to conquer, and many talented managers have struggled to make their mark. But if Amorim can overcome the challenges and implement his vision successfully, the rewards could be enormous. Ultimately, Amorim's appointment represents a gamble for Manchester United, but it's a calculated gamble, based on his impressive track record and his alignment with the club's traditions and values. If it pays off, we could be witnessing the beginning of a new golden era at Old Trafford. The Premier League should indeed fear the new Manchester United under Ruben Amorim. His tactical innovation, faith in youth, and winning mentality could transform United from sleeping giants to roaring lions once again. The revolution is coming, and it promises to be an exciting ride. If you thought Ruben Amorim's potential impact on Manchester United was intriguing, wait until you hear about the seismic shifts happening at Anfield. Click the video on the screen to find out why Liverpool will be the Premier League champions in 2025.